Before we begin, someone should give an award to whoever makes the promo videos in WWE. Those vignettes for Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns were tremendous. They both came across like superheroes, so whoever was responsible, I give you a friendly salute and a nice nod. But I am Simon from WhatCulture, and you are indeed watching Ups and Downs, where we go through Raw and the bits that made us smile getting up, and the bits we didn't like, we throw a lot of shade on and get it down. I'm a bit tired today, so yes, we do have a few downs that we're gonna give out because Raw, it was alright. But anyway, let's get to upping some downing. Imagine this. You love wrestling. You're well into wrestling, but your best mate isn't. So you sit them down, you go, listen, best mate, just come round my house, we'll watch Raw together, and we can get into it, and it can be a special thing that we do together. And then this happens. What is this? It's a dumpster match. Sorry, what? A dumpster match. What is that all about? Well, that big dude has to throw the littler dude in the bin. Right. I'm gonna go home. You know what? I can understand all that, but I loved it, so screw it, it's getting up. I mostly enjoyed it because it was actually well booked. Before the match, Kalisto actually gave us a good reason as to why he wanted it in the first place, and regained some credibility in the process, and the fact that he won, even if he did win by fluke, was better still. It's not like this hurt Braun, like it's a loss that's gonna taint his record, and it gave him a reason to go absolutely nuts, throw Kalisto in the dumpster, push it all the way up the ramp, and then throw it off the ramp. I like that Roman was kept off TV this week as well, and when he does turn up at the pay-per-view, he better be well battered and he better be well bruised. Also, he better lose. Braun Strowman is the man right now. He's the man. You're focusing on him, so focus on him and make sure he wins. But overall, that was a lot of fun. Rewinding to the start of the show though, we did have Y2J, Chris Jericho, The Miz and Dean Ambrose all arguing and all bickering with each other. And while this was all right, it's getting it down. Why? Because I'm totally bored of talk show segments in the modern day. Apparently in 2017, we're not allowed managers because they're considered out of date, even though I don't think that is true. But if that is the thinking of people backstage, then talk shows should definitely go. I am done with the Miz TV and the highlight reel. They always follow the same format and they never add anything. You could have done the same opening segment without all that hoopla and it would have been no different. Also, that opening segment was a bit weak. And that could be because Jericho can't do much in his feud with Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens is over on SmackDown, and the Miz and Dean Ambrose feud is only going to be so good because it is essentially just a recycled feud from SmackDown. It was all a bit limp. I mean, it was alright, it was fine, but as the start of the show, and that all led to a tag team match at the end of Raw as well. You know what? That's getting it down too. It was fine from an in-ring action point of view, but why is Bray Wyatt teaming up with The Miz? You got a match on Sunday, Bray Wyatt, and you should probably be focusing on that. Also, I thought you were annoyed with Finn Balor, and now you're attacking Dean Ambrose. This doesn't make any sense. Plus, the Bray Wyatt promo earlier in the night was the same old nonsense that now means nothing and doesn't go anywhere. He needs to come up with something different. I know it's not his fault. I know he's been told to, hey, go stand in that room with all the crazy scary smoke and cut a crazy scary promo. But it's done. It's over. Move on. It was good that Raw ended with Bray Wyatt standing tall, but we all know once the pay-per-view's out of the way, we'll go back to the same old shtick where Wyatt says a lot of stuff, but nothing ever really changes. It's all good though, because Matt Hardy was on Raw, and Matt Hardy is the most entertaining thing in all of professional wrestling, so that gets enough. This halfway house between a Hardy boy and Broken Matt is just hilarious. It makes me laugh. I'm excited to see where it goes, and right now, he's just awesome, but he's always been awesome. For the last 2 years, now he's just been awesome on a bigger stage. I was surprised that he beat Sheamus after last week Jeff Hardy beat Cesaro, but that has actually got me intrigued for the tag match at the pay-per-view, because I'm like, does that mean Sheamus and Cesaro are actually going to win? And we're going to take the belts off the Hardys already? Or is this building to some kind of Sheamus and Cesaro heel turn? They did the thing at the end where it was like all sportsmen, but you know, something felt a bit off. So I'm intrigued. So I guess it worked. Main thing is, I dug all this and I'm excited. 2 thumbs up. The Cruiserweight stuff last night, however, felt really low. That's a down. I love Austin Aries and I love Neville, plus TJ Perkins and Jack Gallagher gave a good account of themselves. But I'm so tired of being hit over the head with, it's Cruiserweight time. Hey, this is no longer Raw, it's Cruiserweight. Whoop-de-doo, purple rotes, Cruiserweight, Cruiserweight. Hey man, did you know you're watching Cruiserweights right now? Oi guy, come over here, it's the Cruiserweights. I get it. I get it. Plus, their matches don't actually feel any different to the ones on the rest of the card. So what is the point of going on about this all the time? Last night, it really did feel like it was there just because somebody backstage thought it had to be there. And that is no good. However, I do imagine that Austin Aries and Neville will have an amazing match at Payback. So it'll probably be alright in the long run. Dana Brooke tried really hard on Raw. You could see the effort. It was all etched over on her face. She was trying really hard, and she beat Alicia Fox because she tried really hard. It was getting an up. When it did start coming together that we were about to see Seth Rollins and Enzo and Cass versus Gallows and Anderson and Samoa Joe, I sighed a little bit. I was like, oh, I don't want to watch that. That is so unimaginative, I don't even know where to begin. However, after the club did take out Enzo and he got replaced by Finn Balor, I actually thought it was a really enjoyable and a really decent match. And I got a kick out of it. I started smiling. So it's getting an up. I liked all the teases between Balor and his former buddies. And while I thought about shooting myself in the head when I realised we're actually getting Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass at Payback, even if it isn't a pre-show, that aside, also, this segment did nothing for Enzo. He came across like super jobber, but still quite good. I don't really care about Joe and Rollins still, but again, they'll have an amazing match at Payback. So I guess as long as I can enjoy it there, I can just push aside the build. That's modern day WWE. Alexa Bliss is getting an up because that promo she cut was damn good. Was confident, worked up the crowd, played off what they were saying, and came across like an asshole, which was the point. Great stuff. The match with Sasha Banks, though, is getting a down because why do we still have this constant desire to pick up the women and just throw them into feuds they don't need to be in? We could have just had that confrontation between Bayley and Alexa Bliss and let that all steam up, but no, we had to get Sasha Banks in there. And also, where's Nia Jax and where's Mickie James? I mean, I didn't want to see them in this. They just had the night off, did they? Couldn't be bothered. Why couldn't we have taken them and started, I don't know, a Mickie James versus Nia Jax feud or a Mickie James versus Sasha Banks feud? There's ways and means. You don't just have to have one women's program on a show and only focus on that. Like the men, you could have lots. What a concept. You know what else is happening on Payback? That will probably be on the pre-show. The Miz TV with Finn Balor. F*** off. Down, 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 down. One, no one wants that, and two, maybe I've gotten confused, but that means we're not getting an Intercontinental title match on Payback, because you'd imagine if we were, it would be The Miz versus Dean Ambrose. So once again, we're taking the IC belt and we're just throwing it in the toilet. The IC Championship does not belong in the bog. I'm so mad, I'm gonna walk over here and go off the screen before I magically appear back on the screen. It wasn't much, but I kind of have to give Apollo Crews versus Kurt Hawkins an up because they did do everything I said I wanted them to do last week. So I give it a down, I'm a dick. So it gets an up. Now, I'm not saying it was good, but WWE did carry on the relationship between Titus and Apollo, which again is what I asked for, and it does make Apollo more than just, hey man, I'm so happy I'm a wrestler. Well, I guess that's good. See what happens. So a House of Horrors match is going to start somewhere else, but it will eventually end up in the ring. Corey Graves told us that last night on Raw, but we know nothing else. 6 days away from the pay-per-view, and that's all we know. That's a down. Admittedly, we could find out more on SmackDown, but nobody on Raw told me that, so you didn't give me a reason to tune into SmackDown. If that is your plan, say, hey guys, why don't you tune into SmackDown tomorrow night, where you'll find out exactly what House of Horrors match is. But no, didn't get that. Ridiculous. And that was the Raw before Payback. It was fine, it was alright. For a go-home show, could have been a little better. And honestly, I only care about 2 matches, I think, which is Reigns versus Strowman and the Hardy Boys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. I mean, there's other matches, like Joe and Rollins. I'll enjoy that. But do I care? I don't know. That's a shame. I don't know why I said all of that, like I was Siri. Now, don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's Raw. Then like, share and subscribe. Then go read the ups and downs articles on WhatCulture.com where you get different opinions from mine, and follow WhatCulture on Twitter at WhatCulture WWE, and me at Simon Miller 316. I am Simon from WhatCulture. Thank you for watching Ups and Downs, and I will see you soon.
Hello, I'm King Ross. I've been asked to shield some merch, but since I don't get a cut of my own merch, I'm having nothing to do with it. So here's Hobo Joe to do it for me. Shield that merch, take this microphone.
Hi, I'm Hobo Joe, and I've got some t-shirts. So we've got a Bullet Club one. It's Bullet Club, and the Young Bucks, nice and colourful there. You can get these signed at WCPW shows by all of your favourite wrestlers and me, but you probably don't want that.
That one now.
Oh,
this one.
That's the Prestige. The World Cup for our lovely World Cup. What else? We've got Cody Rhodes. And the last one.
Come on, I'll help you.